We're live. Guys. Okay. Stop. Whoever was just watching, like, I'm sorry, you had to see 4 minutes of behind the scenes of what happens when I'm setting up
There's no one yet.
video.
You should wait.
It's okay. It's probably for the best. It's for the best. So I really can't do that first. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, whoo. That's literally what happens when I'm setting it. When I'm like freaking trying to. There, live chat is on. When I'm trying to set up a video, it's me running around like crazy. Like, if you see this setup right now, let me just show you. This is what we have. This random broken light, this chair, a dog bed, my hamper.
Broken keyboard light.
Just like trying to make it work. Whew. So I clearly need a new setup.
Oh, 2 people left.
Yeah, because we're boring. Every time we do a live, it's just like a disaster, seriously. Yeah, because we're boring. It's fine. It doesn't matter because as long as they watch later, I get like a ton of minutes. Anyway, so tonight, you didn't even say hi.
Hi, guys.
So tonight,
Is the chat on?
Yeah, the chat's on.
It's gonna pop up?
Yeah, it will pop up if someone says something. Yeah. Yeah. So, we just wanted to do a quick live, kind of some updates. People ask a lot of questions, and then it's not like enough to do a full dedicated video. So I thought it would be fine if we just did a live video where you can ask some questions if you have them. But otherwise, I'm gonna answer some things that people asked on YouTube, on Instagram, for both of us. So the first question that keeps popping up on old videos is asking Chris how he learned English. Some of you have boyfriends, girlfriends, fiancés in the DR and they don't speak English, or you don't speak English. So tell them how you learned English.
I learned English by playing Pokemon.
Okay.
No. Well, it was part of it. But mainly I learned English at an English institute. I started learning English when I was between 6 and 7 years old. I don't remember.
Yeah, you were really young when you started learning English.
Yeah, so I kept learning after that. Like, I never stopped. That's how. Playing video games helped me a lot. Listening to music. I started listening to hip hop and rap when I was like I don't know, like.
That's young.
Like 7 years old.
Okay.
Like my uncle, like used to like bomb all these songs, and like he would like download videos and like music, and like I would just like learn the lyrics. My parents bought me like CDs like from Eminem and stuff, and like that's how I learned it.
So music, shows, like TV, movies, but mostly he was going to an English institute every day after school.
Well,
so
if you're grown, I wouldn't suggest playing video games, but like
you can play video games if you're grown.
But
not to learn. Yeah, if you're grown, take an English class. If you can't, Netflix, if you have Netflix, or YouTube, if you put a an English speaking video, first you can start with Spanish subtitles, then work your way to English subtitles, then no subtitles. So that is how he learned. He was really lucky because his mom put him in when he was so young to these classes. So if you are learning at a later age, or your fiance is, or whatever, they're not like slow, they're probably doing great. It is really hard to learn English. So he was just like at an advantage being so young, taking English classes, and that his mom put him in like legit classes every day. So that helped.
Yeah, so if you're in the urge to like learn English because you need it, because like for example, let's say you move to the States, and like I don't know, you don't know English, and like you need to get a job, and you need to like learn. I would suggest to take an intensive course of English. Yeah, it's usually like 6 months, like pretty much all day, every day. Not all day, but like several hours, like every day. So I think that would help you a lot.
Me too. Can someone watching just let me know if you guys can hear us? Someone? Anyone? No? Okay. Well, I'm just gonna assume you guys can hear us.
Maybe they're... Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Jade. Love you. Second question a lot of people ask is how is Chris's transition going now that we've been in the States for like 5 months? So you can answer that and tell them how it's going.
We're still waiting.
For what?
For my work permit and travel permit, pretty much. That's all I need to like be almost free.
Yeah.
So like in the meantime, we just been like just waiting, and like we've been like involved in multiple activities with church, with friends, like
volunteering.
Volunteering a lot. In the meantime, I've been just working in like.
Chris, are you bored? Are you bored like in this waiting process?
I
don't think
I wouldn't say bored. I mean, obviously you're gonna get bored eventually.
Right.
But like, I'm not bored.
We're very busy.
I'm not bored. Weird. I'm not bored most of the time. I have to say that. I would say like, I don't know, like probably like once a week.
Yeah, he's pretty chill. Like he doesn't need to be doing things all the time. Obviously like he's desperate to work, like the urge to work, but like he said, we're like super busy with church and activities with them and like young adults like our age we do a lot of stuff with. We volunteer a lot. We're with my family a lot. So there's just like not a ton of time to be bored. We don't actually have a ton of downtime. Usually we're like always doing something. That's why we were late to the stream tonight, because we just came from a church thing. Chris gave a speech. It was awesome.
Yeah, I gave a speech to my students.
It was cute. So yeah, actually today we requested an expedite for the work permit because we
didn't request it today.
No, but I'm going to tell them what happened today. We submitted our AOS, Adjustment of Status, in October, and just waiting for the work permit, waiting for the green card. Work permit's supposed to come first, but I've seen people get their green card first. So we actually requested an expedite for the work permit because he has people that have offered him kind of jobs, but like not a formal offer. He's an engineer, so he's had people that we know say like, when you're ready, like a job, we'll get you a job, but it's hard to have a formal offer in his field. So we asked for an expedite. They finally answered, and it was denied. So we are sad.
They said
yeah, they said that we didn't provide enough evidence for extreme need, which I was like, all right, calm down. But we did provide evidence. I don't know. It's fine. But then I was telling someone and they were like, oh, I didn't even tell you this. They were like, oh, I heard that if you have a K-1 visa and they catch you working illegally, they don't punish you. And I was like, I'm not going to risk it. No, but like that's a big risk. Contradicting things is really hard because obviously he wants to work and he's so qualified. Someone asked, what will he do for work? So you can answer that.
So I'm a structural engineer. I design structures for commercial buildings and residential building. I was trained as a civil engineer too. So I have general knowledge about roads, bridges, hydraulic like works. So
I don't.
Yeah, like I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna keep being a structural engineer too here. God willing. So yeah.
So he does like houses, all buildings and structures, but structural engineering. But it's not really a career that you can just like start interviewing for if you don't have a work permit, because whatever, they want you to start right away. They don't want to write like a letter, wait for you to get approved. So I hope that we'll get his work permit in February, because if not, it's a long time to wait. So if you're in this process, just be prepared. Honestly, like that's the worst part is we've been in this immigration process since November 2018. So it's just long and I don't want to deal with the government ever again. But I think the worst part is the waiting to work, because he's been here since August and he still can't work. So thank goodness that he has his own company in the DR. It's not like the same as having a job here, but
it's not the same. Like
it's not like 40 hours a week, and it's not the same pay. But thank goodness he has that, because he's still working, he's still doing things. For the people who are here and don't have anything to do, I feel really bad. How does a bachelor's degree earned in GR translate in the States? Is it recognized the same? That's a good question.
No. So we have to do. We have to take what is called fundamentals of engineering. So that's like a long process. I have to study for months to take the test, because that test will. I will become a engineering training with that test, and it's gonna validate my bachelor's degree. So after I do that, after I become a engineering training, I can just go ahead and apply for a job for a licensed person or a licensed company. And like after 4 years, I can become licensed. But like I can still do structural engineering without that.
But can you?
The difference would be like that I won't get the license in the future. Like if I don't ever do that process of the fundamental, the FE.
But you can get a job before you get the test, right? Or do you have to pass the test?
No. Okay. I can work and start working. I was gonna say like. Because I know how to do it, but like, I have to get certified.
Yeah. Someone asked. I asked questions on Instagram too, so you're like in the chat. You're like, no, they didn't. Someone asked, what's your favorite part of being married? Or of marriage?
My favorite part about marriage.
Cuidado.
I would say that we're one, that everything we do is like, for both of us. And like, I would say that, that part, that like everything you do, affects each other. So I would say, for the most part,
like a bond.
Yeah, we're like,
What's Hey, Santiago. Hi, Richard. Holding it down.
I don't know. Maybe I know.
Do you know Chris in person? Someone said, what's our favorite thing about each other?
My favorite.
He's like,
favorite. Well, physically or personally.
Whatever you want.
I
do. Let's do one of each. Favorite thing physically first, because that doesn't really matter. He's like, shit. I don't have anything.
Yeah. No. My favorite thing physically of her is her exoticness. That's not a word. How do you say it?
Exoticness? First of all, I'm not exotic.
Exotismo in Spanish. Yeah, she is exotic. That's what I like.
Yes, we're in Arizona. I don't think I'm exotic.
Estamos in Arizona.
I feel like that's a weird
Yeah,
answer.
she's exotic. That's what I like most of her. And personally,
I feel like that's AKA you look fucking weird, but it's okay.
Personally, like
personality.
Personality wise, I would say her kindness and her compassion for people.
Thanks. I would say my favorite thing about him, personality wise, is his I would say kindness too, but in like a different way. I just feel like he's like so pure and nice and calm. That's like 5 things, but he's great. He just has like an amazing personality. So I would say, and his strength, he's so nice to me. And physically, your smile, like when he's really smiling, like when he's really laughing. Yeah, it's so cute.
So lovely.
And your eyes. He has green eyes and they're just amazing. He thinks they're so ugly. Show them your eyes. Can you see? I wonder if you can. Okay, no.
That's creepy.
It's gonna go to 0. So yeah, those are my favorite things. Next question. Someone asked if we want kids. Like 5 people asked that question. Nueva York. Hola. ¿Cómo están? I miss New York. I was gonna wear my New York shirt today. Do you want kids?
We want kids. Kids.
We do.
We're,
Estamos
wanting them.
En el proceso. So, yeah. Okay. I forget what other people asked because I'm on my phone, so I can't use it. Can I? Oh, I still have 14%. We're good. Someone asked, what did someone... Sorry, guys, I can't remember because I'm trying to use my phone. What was the other questions that I told you? Huh?
What was that?
Well, if any of you have any questions, go for it.
I don't remember. You didn't tell me your question.
Someone asked, like, if I'm going to do another crime video, like true crime video. If you guys know me or my channel, you know that I love doing true crime videos, but I only have like 5 of them or something. 5 cases, because a lot of people said that they want only Dominican cases. So there are a lot, obviously, but there's not a lot of good research. So I don't want to put out a video that's just like, Brooklyn, nice.
BK, what's up?
I don't want to put out videos that are just unresearched. I don't know. So that's the struggle, and I want to do American cases, but it's hard. Hold on, I'll answer that in a sec. But there is a really sad, someone asked 2 questions. If I'm going to do the case of the 4-year-old girl that was assaulted and murdered in Santiago, and I'm probably not going to do that case just because, I don't know, it's like so graphic and it's so sad. I know it's solved. But I don't care if it's solved. It's just like, I don't really want to talk about that. I feel like Emily's case, I was crying. She
told me, I didn't know. She told me about that today. I don't know if I saw like the main line, but like.
You guys might have seen it. Her name's like Yanesi.
That's so
and
sick.
It's disgusting. So I don't know if I want to talk about it because it's just like someone doing the worst thing you could do to a 4-year-old as a group and then killing her. So I feel like that case, that's my answer for that. And then someone asked about the Lindsay DeFelice case. For those of you who don't know, she was probably the expat. Like someone I watched.
Are you gonna
or you? I'll answer. So she was on podcasts. Getting interviewed. She has 2 books about expat life in the DR, about Dominican culture, really like lived as a local, was married to a local Dominican man for 20 years, something like that. And a few weeks ago, unfortunately, she was found murdered on her own property, like 200 yards behind her house. So someone was asking if I'm going to do that case because it's so relevant. Like, you know, I was there, I'm a female expat, she is too, she was married to a Dominican man, blah, blah, blah. And everyone really, really looked up to her, especially in this like Dominican group or Facebook page of people, expats that live in the DR. So I thought like, okay, maybe I will, but I feel like it's such a personal case and that really messed me up for a couple weeks. So I don't think that I'll do it unless it's like very heavily requested, but it's just so sad, and her husband was involved, so I just think it's just a really bad case. So I don't think that I'm gonna do it. So that is that.
You just did it.
I know, I basically just told you, but you know how I do the crime cases is like very detailed. Let me see if I can put that. Like, how do I see? Oh, here it is. My fiance and I are on the process of waiting for his K-1 visa. How did you handle the wedding planning? Did you book your vendors or in advance? Did you just wait to close to 90 days? Okay. How do I get it to go away?
No,
I'll just leave it.
Go away,
oh, it went away. So our lawyer was basically like, this was last year, you can plan your wedding for end of June to be safe. Thank goodness we did not do that because we were not in the States then. So we would have wasted all of our money.
She literally said, trust me, you can. Go ahead and do it.
Yeah, and I'm so glad we didn't because if you're planning a wedding, which you just said you are, you know that you do deposits, you pay so much money, invitations, you cannot just change the date later. So we luckily decided to do it end of September just to be safe. Plus Arizona is so hot in July and August. That's why we wanted to avoid those, and our venue was closed until September. I'm so glad that we pushed it because we really, really were trying to make June work. My advice to you would be, we did plan in advance because we had to, for the venue was really popular, but the other things, you don't need to plan as far in advance as I say. They're like, oh, a year before, get your food. They can chill, you'll be fine, you'll get all of your things done. I would move it farther out than you think. And just remember, you just have to have it done within the 90 days. It can be on day like 80. So give yourself more time than you think, because we almost got screwed there. Someone said, what's your favorite Dominican food? Is that what you said? No, before that. What's your favorite Dominican dish and favorite Dominican dessert? Go ahead, babe.
I don't really know if I have a favorite Dominican dessert, but I do really that the dish would be like just the flag, like chicken, beans, and rice, and like avocado and like salad.
Yeah.
Basic, pretty basic, but like that. That's what I love.
So you don't have a favorite dessert?
No, I don't. I can't think of one. Because I think like.
I think my favorite dessert is like arroz con leche.
That's not a dessert.
Kind of.
That's not a dessert.
It's sweet to me.
That's not a dessert.
I think it's a dessert.
Dulce de tres leche, maybe.
No. My favorite Dominican food is like mango.
Con salami.
Doesn't need to be. It can be plain. His dad used to make like a fat plate of mango. I miss that. Or I love like chicken, beans, and rice too. I really miss that. I really miss like beans and rice, because chicken is pretty similar here, but the beans and rice is very specific to there. And fried plantains, so good, and all the fruits. I'm so fat. I keep going. There's so many good things. Someone said, do we plan on staying in Arizona?
Yes. Why do you roll your eyes?
I don't want to.
She wants to be like involved in like she wants to be like in both countries, like there in the DR and like here, but like I don't think that's a good idea.
I want to do like 6 months there, 6 months here.
You need to be organized. You need to be like
I'm organized.
Like settle somewhere and like plan yourself and like have your life, and like then you retire wherever you want to retire. Yeah. I want to retire in the DR. I want to be near the water.
100%. So the plan is roughly like our goal is to buy land in the DR. We would like to buy it in like Samaná or Las Terrenas or the North Coast or like the Northeast somewhere very quiet. And he would like to build a house, design our own house, because that's pretty much his job. Can I back this up a little bit? And that's the goal. I would almost like to buy a house there before I buy a house here, just as an investment and rent it out and then use it when we vacation there. That is definitely the goal. I would be like fine renting here and then just owning in the DR. A few months ago, I was like, we need to buy a house here because it's a waste of money to like rent and mortgage here, or rent here is more than mortgage. Let's just buy. But honestly, I kind of think that I would rather just buy in the DR and then rent here until we're able to have like 2 homes, because there's like a stigma like, oh, you have to own a house in the States, but that's not true, and we don't need to live by those standards, so it's fine. Plus, I'm like, what if Arizona runs out of water in 30 years and my mortgage is irrelevant?
Our main plan is to stack up money, like work hard, stack up money, help people, do the best we can here, and then just move back. Yeah, I like probably every day there's a point in the day that I'm like, I want to move back. But we know like it's for the best right now that we're here. For his work, I can pretty much work wherever, but for his job, like engineering, he worked so hard. He deserves to like work here and make the money that he's worth, which he won't get in the DR. But we're not like done there. Once we have enough money, we're gonna be back and forth a lot. And I am starting a business there with one of his friends actually. In Santiago, so I plan to be like back and forth, honestly. And when we do have kids, I really want them to be like ingrained in Dominican culture also, like the positives. I don't want them to just be kids that like are Dominican through blood, but have like no connection to the country or the culture. Being from New York, I've met a lot of Dominicans who are like, I'm Dominican, but like I don't speak Spanish, or I don't, I'd never go there. I've never been there since I was little, which is totally, I'm not judging them at all. I just want my kids to get that experience because I love it there. And you guys know, it's just like an amazing place. Ow, my knee, an amazing culture. So that's the goal. I mean, we're just a little far from it. We'll get there. And someone said Arizona's boring. It
can be, but like I think it's better than New York.
That depends on yourself. Like, I don't
but
know. Like if like for example, if fun to you is like going to bars and like.
But there are a lot of bars and clubs here, like
but
a
like,
lot.
Let me say this, like.
I'm sorry.
Like if fun to you is like being around a lot of people, like being on top of each other, like going to bars, I don't know, doing all this crazy stuff. I don't think this is the place for you.
Yeah, like if you like going to dinner at like 3 a.m., you're gonna be hungry because not a lot is open here past like 11, or earlier. But we really don't mind. Like we've made some good friends here, and Dominicans too, which is great. I'm so glad we've met Dominican people here. There's a couple. The wife is from Santiago, the husband's from Santo Domingo, and another couple. They're both from Santo Domingo. It's just great to like have them here because we can eat Dominican food. We like have that culture. We speak Spanish when we're there. It's just fun. So it's good. We're not, I didn't know in New York, obviously there's that. But I think that there's great restaurants here. It's great out. We love to be like outside, so it's great. Once he gets his work permit, we're going to Mexico. I'm like, we're not to live, like we're so close to like beautiful places that I can't wait to just like drive there, explore. I've never been. So I like it more than New York, honestly. So yeah, trying to think what else people asked or what else a lot of people have been asking on my videos that I haven't made like a full separate video on yet.
Why didn't you answer what I asked?
What did you ask?
What came out, the chicken or the egg? What came out first?
Stop. The chicken. I don't know. Some people ask such dumb questions on Instagram and I'm only remembering like the jokes that our friends said. Maybe we should do a live on Instagram once, honestly. Because I have more people that watch on Instagram. Good plan. Okay. Any other questions for Chris or for me or for us together? I can't remember what they were.
Vayan para Hoyo Claro en Punta Cana. Es un what? Es un balneario. Búsquenlo en internet.
Oh my god.
I don't even know what's that.
Chris doesn't speak Spanish anymore, guys. Sorry.
No, but I'm ignorant. I don't know.
He doesn't know what that is. But sure.
But I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah. Someone asked to make videos like cost of living in Puerto Plata, in Punta Cana, and Santo Domingo. Maybe I will. I feel like my first cost of living video was pretty general enough to like cover all those places. We're going back to the DR as soon as he gets his travel permit. So he's not allowed to legally leave the country yet. So a lot of people think that we're just here because we don't want to go back. We're here because we have to be here, like legally. That's why. I was looking at flights. So I would love to go in like March, if possible. And I would love to like meet some of you that are in DR. I would love to like do some collabs, interview some of you, but I didn't really get to do that when I was there. I don't know why. But yeah, I would just love to do that. I kind of want to go before he even starts working, because once he starts working and you're in that grind of like vacation time, it's going to be hard to go. So as soon as he gets it, I want to go. Did you know Abraham Lincoln had the opportunity to populate the United States with elephants? He turned the offer down. I love elephants. I'm always traveling there. I would love to see you maybe one day. Yeah, I would seriously love to meet some of you. And some of the ones that watch all my videos, like, I feel like I know you guys, so.
I think that was a good idea that he turned that offer down.
I feel like elephants wouldn't be happy.
No, I don't trust Americans on elephants.
Definitely not Dominicans. We just came back from Santiago and Cabarete. Thanks for the video. Which did you like more? Which place?
Obviously, Cabarete. I mean, if they like nightlife.
John, you have all the, is it John? You have all the random facts. Did you know, according to a 2010 study, people fluent in multiple language almost always swear in their native language? That's really funny because I always say coño. That's like my go-to swear. Because I don't want people here to like know what I'm saying. But so many people speak Spanish in Arizona, they definitely do. And they're like, this girl has a filthy mouth. Do you swear? He doesn't really curse.
No,
he really doesn't.
My My parents didn't
beat him
like that, so I didn't never do it.
Okay. He's talking about paint.
What was that?
The same paint in Washington D.C. use the same Buckingham Palace made in Germany.
Thank you for the culture. I mean,
I love learning new things, so that's great. What's your guys' favorite city in the DR? Am I biased by saying Santiago? Who is this? John with the random facts. I don't eat Oreos. He does though. I would say like my top cities. Someone did ask this on Instagram. Santiago, because obviously. Jarabacoa, because I lived there. Oh, that's a good one. I never hear that. Jarabacoa, because I lived there and I love it, and the mountains are beautiful. It was my first trip to the DR. Was in Jarabacoa when I was 14, and I fell in love with the country. I loved it so much. So it really has like a very special place in my heart. And then Las Terrenas, because it is so peaceful and beautiful.
She said Santiago is my favorite.
Samana, Constanza, and Jarabacoa. You know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he does know something.
I want a vacation with you. I'm blind. Cabarete. The restaurants on the beach are super nice in Cabarete. I really like it there too. We go a lot, but
yeah, Cabarete is so nice.
I prefer Samana to chiller.
But Cabarete is it's nice, fun. But you need to watch out like your surroundings all the time because it can get wild. But
watch out when you cross the street there. Yeah. People are speeding like crazy in Cabarete on their motos at night. I'm
the life, spending a couple of days, it's just beautiful. It's great.
It's fun. That bar club on the beach, they have good music to dance to. We went there.
Constanza's cold. Overall it's cold. At night it can get
below freezing.
I would say to low 60s and 50s.
Celsius.
No. I'm talking Fahrenheit.
It gets colder than that.
En Celsius baja como 14, 12 por ahí.
It gets frost, not full on snow. Samana, you guys have to go if you haven't been yet. When you travel to DR, would you travel alone there? I did, yeah. So I moved there. No, sorry. I went there on mission trips every year for 4 or 5 years. That was 2 weeks. If you guys have been on a mission trip, you know that it's not
Queremos ir. No hemos ido, pero queremos ir.
You know it's not a vacation. I was just in a school. But I went alone in July 2016 with 2 of my best friends. It was amazing. I put a video up and I want to do the outtakes that my friend did. And she actually showed me a bunch of footage when she was here last week. She has so much good footage. She is really good with videography, unlike me. So I want to make a new one. Epic trip. I went back by myself in August for a week and a half. And then I went with a friend the following April alone. And then when I moved there, I traveled alone too. I met him really quickly, so we would just travel together. But I was never that scared of traveling alone. It doesn't, I'm very aware of my surroundings. So if anything were to happen, I would notice.
But once you got to the DR, you got involved with people right away.
Right, but I still went places alone. I was alone all the time. I would go visit him by myself.
You didn't travel across the country by yourself. Did you go to the beach by yourself? You didn't.
I don't know if I went to the beach by myself.
No, no one does that. Only me.
Yeah. No. But you just have to be aware of your surroundings there. And the good thing I like is people are really helpful there. If I was ever lost and I didn't know which Guagua stop to go to, I would ask, and people were so nice and they would just tell me you just be careful, you don't be flashy with your phone and stuff. And I've never had an issue.
It's okay to be paranoid and
right.
Not trust.
I'm not saying that.
Don't be afraid to be paranoid. Don't be afraid to be
watch your back a little. It's fine.
That's fine, because some people think that they're prideful and they have pride and they say no, nothing's gonna I'm I don't want to look scared,
Right. And I kind of was like that a little bit. When I first moved there and on my vacations, I would take motos everywhere. And I would go on the guagua all the time. And like, even I did a video on like the first day that me and Chris hung out. We went to Cabarete at like 8 p.m., which was so stupid. And we could have died, literally. We almost died. We got in a car accident. And it was a pretty bad car accident. And ever since that, I know, but I don't think it can go to the side. Ever since that, I've been really careful. And even...
It won't stand. That's gravity. It won't stand. You just put it to the...
But it won't go to the side. It locks. See? I'm going to have to hold it for a sec, guys, while it charges. But even like, I don't know, like his best friend would be driving so fast. And I would be like, slow down. And I would feel dumb and annoying. But like, you can't feel like that because it's your safety in your life. And you don't want to like sacrifice your life because you want it to be like chill. Sorry, I know it's late in New York. Sorry, guys. Someone asked if it's better to learn Spanish. Oh no. Someone said, I've been doing research, which is better for studying Spanish, Santo Domingo or Sosua? I know they are both kind of peligro. Dangerous.
What cities?
Santo Domingo or Sosua?
It depends.
I would go to Sosua because the beach.
Yeah, Sosua can get rough.
Sosua is rough, but
it depends where you get, like where you go, like.
Yeah. What institute are you going to?
There's some things that you like need to follow always in the DR, like no matter where you are, you can't walk around like at night. Mm-hmm. Like no matter where you are, and like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you need to like watch your back, like 24/7, like. You know,
I don't love Sosua, honestly. It's not one of my favorite places, but I would probably pick that because it's close to Cabarete and that's pretty, and you're near a beach, and Sosua has a really pretty beach. So I would probably pick that because Santo Domingo, I don't really like Boca Chica, the closest beach, and I don't like how busy Santo Domingo is. So that's me personally. I think there's probably like more accredited institutes in Santo Domingo, but I feel like you're going to learn Spanish no matter where you go because you have to speak it. I know that there's some other people, YouTubers, expats, whatever, that they don't speak Spanish. And I just think
that depends on the attitude
you just have
of
to.
the person. Like, if you're like a closed up person and you don't want to like interact with people, like it's going to be hard for you to learn Spanish.
Right.
Because like you need to be involved with people. Yeah, it's hard. Like once you move to, like once you live there or once you travel, I don't know. You need to be involved with people.
Why can't I put this, like, why won't it balance?
No.
But someone said, are the accents different around the DR? Hey.
Just lean it against mine.
I'm trying.
Lean it against mine.
Okay. Ow! Sorry. Someone said, just a curious Spanish learner here. How different are the accents around the DR? Santo Domingo, Santiago. So
they're slightly different.
Yeah. They're kind of different. Like, I forget which one is which, but they'll say like L as R or R as L. Is that Santo Domingo?
Mi hermano. That would be someone from the capital.
Or is it mi? Instead of mierda, they say like
mierda.
Yeah.
But that would be like, you know, like someone from the you know.
Santiago has the best.
Lower, you know, education, lower class.
Santiago accent is like, Cibao has like,
Yeah, a lot of people use the I instead of the R.
Like what? What's an example of that?
Like, comer, come.
Oh, come. Ugh, no. I've seen some really bad ones, but it's pretty... Elfina. Elfinai.
AP9, but that's that. Most people say it, you know, in terms of like joking.
From the Cibao, AL instead of the R. Yeah, I'm trying to think of
what?
Like hablar.
No.
Instead of like
no.
Hablar.
No, that's not people.
That's Santo Domingo, I think.
That's what
I know. Someone said something about somewhere being dangerous. Is that what it is? Santo Domingo is like a mini New York City. Yeah, Sosua is good for more calm and beachy. AI, you're right. Puerto Plata starting to boom. Probably. Puerto Plata. Yeah. Is, yeah, it's very popular. Again, not my favorite because of that. It's nice though. Like, I just don't like the beach as much there. I don't think it's as pretty. It's great though. If you want to live there, it's a great place to be as an expat. Lots of restaurants, things to do. I was always jealous in Jarabacoa. There's not as many restaurants as there are in these like beach towns. So I would see posts on Facebook and I was like, I want that. But yeah, it's nice. It's definitely starting to get very popular. It just depends if you like. I would never move to Punta Cana personally because I don't like being like closed off from a lot of like locals and stuff, and I don't really want to be around all of expats. So I would choose like Samaná, Las Terrenas, Cabarete, something like that. Sosúa, Puerto Plata. Santiago, la vida es más económica que en Santo Domingo y hace menos calor. Yeah. Así que a la persona que preguntó puede venir a estudiar a Santiago. That's true. If you want, Santiago is a great place to be.
I would recommend, not because I'm from Santiago, but I would recommend like Santiago over the capital because the capital is like crazy, like it so is. Fast.
But I have friends and other YouTubers who are like always in Santo Domingo, and they're like, I love Santo Domingo. Santiago's boring. I don't think Santiago's boring though.
Like I said, like if you're someone like super or extremely outgoing, you probably would prefer the capital. But like if you're someone like that's more like down to earth, like more like chill, like you would never like pick Santo Domingo over Santiago.
It's just honestly, if there was not traffic, the traffic ruins it. Like you're in the car all the time. 10K subs with no videos. I'm jealous. I need help. What do you need help with? If you guys are watching and you aren't subbed to me, please hit subscribe. It just takes a second. I'm from Santiago, but Santiago is boring. I'm from Santo Domingo, but I'd rather Santiago to live. Okay, two differing opinions.
I respect both, but like
if you've lived, for example, people always ask us, is he dying? Does he miss the DR? And I'm always like, I miss the DR more than he does. Like he lived in Santo Domingo or Santiago for 26 years. He was like done with it. If you lived anywhere your whole life, you want to see something else. But from like my point of view, or someone who didn't grow up there, I don't think Santiago is boring. It can get a little bit where you're like, okay, we go to the same restaurant all the time. There's no bowling alley. There's blah, blah, blah. But I don't think it's boring. And I would prefer to give up some of the fun stuff in Santo Domingo for like the chillness of Santiago, personally. Wow, YouTubers that actually pay attention to their fans. I don't think I have any fans, so that's probably why. But they're not fans. They're just people that I talk to. Square One is the best. Yeah, I love Square One. And it's not even like
Square One's great, like
Dominican,
because they have different concept and like the service is great, the food is good. I mean, they have a lot of options and like
their service is so fast.
Yeah, it's fast.
If you're hungry, go there because your food's gonna come right out. Obviously, that means their food's kind of like pre-prepared.
Only bad thing about it is like sometimes you can't find parking spots because it's so packed.
Yeah, they need a new like parking lot because it's like connected with that gas station, and there's never a spot there. Great time though, great music. I go there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner in one day. I want to live your life, David. I go there once and I'm like, oh, so expensive. It's bomb. I love it. we used to go there a lot, and it's open 24/7. El Encanto in Fountain Hills, so good. Fountain Hills, Arizona?
That's the Dominican restaurant.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. Who said that? Was it Lexi? There's 2 Dominican restaurants I've heard. The carnitas make me want to fly back to... Girl. Okay, then we're going. Fountain Hills is close to here. There's one Dominican restaurant called El Mambo, something like that. And our Dominican friends, I was so pumped. I'm like, we're going to go here soon on a date night. It's like 35 minutes away, but it's worth it. We go to the Dominican couple's house, and she's like, no, don't go. It sucks. Mofongo is $16. It wasn't even good. Don't go. I'm like, she completely was like, don't go.
She made us.
So we haven't found a good Dominican restaurant. She cooked and it was amazing. It's Mexican, I thought though, probably, but I love Mexican food.
Yeah, carnitas.
I just want mangú, which is so easy to make. Was it easy making friends in DR? Okay.
Oh, that's for you.
That's for me. Well, Dominicans, I don't think it's hard for Dominicans to make friends. A lot of them stay in the same city that they've always lived in. So they have their like core group from high school, from college, from childhood, friends, family, whatever. So
from your perspective,
from my perspective, like entering in the best always, Milshi, nice professional. Thanks, Henry. So from my perspective, when I first went to Jarabacoa, I have to tell you guys a story time about that school for a sec. Not now, but in another video when I have Simone, my roommate, with me. But they dropped me off. I got there like 2 weeks early, and I'll get to you in one sec. And I thank goodness I was familiar with the town, because they were like, bye, see you when school starts. And I was like, what should I do? Like, okay. So for me, I was walking around the town by myself. I joined the gym. I would go eat, whatever. I don't care. I'm not going to sit in the house. And I was used to being alone because I lived in Manhattan for 2 years alone. And that's a lonely place when you don't have friends. So it's not easy to make friends in the DR if you're a stranger, like an expat or foreigner. And I don't know, like I would walk around and like guys would talk to me, but I knew that they didn't want to be like my friend. I'm going to read that in a sec. They wanted to like talk to me, right? So I would talk to like older people to be like, just like to talk to someone. And I knew that they didn't want to like date me or whatever. Not saying everyone wants to date me, don't worry. So that was hard. Meeting girls is hard because they're kind of like, they wouldn't like really come up and talk to me. They would be nice. And then when they knew I could speak Spanish, we would have conversations. I'll do it in a sec. But they were very like guarded, I would say. Like they didn't act like they were like that they liked me. Ew. I don't know why. But when I moved to Santiago, it was also hard. Well, when I started teaching at school, it was way easier because the teachers, there were Dominicans and Americans. We hung out, we made friends. And then from there, it was great because, I knew people. So it was easy. And once you work with someone, Dominican or not, they were fine. Con. That's better. Man,
I was actually getting mad that he was like
whatever. Anyway, Santiago was also, it's hard to make girlfriends if you're a girl by themselves. That's why a lot of expats like make friends with each other. It's easy to make guy friends, obviously. It's easy to make guy friends here in the States because guys are just easier to talk to. It really helps speaking Spanish. If you can speak Spanish and you approach someone first, then it's fine. And I would always compliment girls because I think Dominican women are like so pretty. And I think a lot of times, like, they would think, like, she thinks she's better than me. She's an American, which is, like, opposite. I'm like, this is your country. Like, you know what you're doing, girl. You're gorgeous. I don't want your man or anything else. Like, I just love all of you. It's fine. Once like you approach and you like break that barrier and speak Spanish with them, totally fine. Like I'm friends with his friends that are girls, friends with his guys that are
That's Connor Malkins.
Connor, go to bed. Stop. Connor. Hi. No, he said. Okay. Okay.
Connor, I like you.
What? Someone said Butterfields has amazing breakfast food in Scottsdale. So true. Lexi, next time you're here, like hit me up. It's hard to make girlfriends anywhere.
He's so funny.
But you can make friends very easily in the DR. What other restaurants do you recommend in Santiago? I'm going this weekend and bored of the same restaurants I always go to. All right, I'm here for you. Square One. I'm sure you've been there.
Go ahead.
KGB Kitchen in Beatera Mall. So good. Foodtropolis, food trucks. Then you'll get like 10 options in one. So good. What was the other one that's owned by Square One?
He hasn't said she hasn't said the best one yet.
Which one?
Naturaliste.
Oh yeah, Naturaliste, which is I did a video on it. It's like healthy. What kind of food is it? It's like Asian food.
Like
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Korean? No, where are they from?
It's not Korean.
I forget.
It's Thai food.
It's kind of Thai food. It's so good. Go there. It's amazing. I love it. Cash only. Where else? Oh, what's it called? The pizza place? This Italian place. Ristorante is very good. I don't like sushi, but there's a good sushi place there.
Chef Pepper.
Chef Pepper's good.
So good. If you wanna if you feel like a little.
Get their spicy chicken sandwich. It's so good. Yeah, I think that covers it, right? There's a lot of good places.
Yeah. There's more places, but like,
Camp David, I've never been there because I'm
Camp David, if you feel fancy, if you want to have like, I don't know, like a romantic night, dinner, just go do it again.
And I never went to Cucamonga. I don't even know what it's called. It's expensive. That's like a tourist place.
That's one of the most expensive restaurants in Santiago. I don't know if I've been there.
Esta pregunta es para la chica, ya que es norteamericana.
¿Te gusta Mauricio?
Oh, the drink? Yes. That's like, guys, that's like orange with like the milk powder, and it sounds gross, but it's so freaking good. Except I'm kind.
It's like milk powder.
It is. I've seen them make it. I don't drink it anymore because it's milk, and I like don't really drink milk.
It's my favorite drink ever.
It's so good, guys. If you haven't had it, you need to get it. And the best one is from a little tiny colmado in between Santiago and Jarabacoa on the road. You meant Concon, literally. Santiago is great if you want to feel like a local. Find friends to visit in Sabana Iglesia by Jarabacoa. I love Jarabacoa. What's the meaning of te quiero from a Dominican guy friend? When I was fighting with him, he probably said it. I love Dominicans. Yeah, Cucamonga is expensive. Circus. Circus is so fun. Yes, Eric. Whoever asked where to go to Circus. Remember we went with like Jen and Sabine, and they had like all the food trucks. And there's like a bar in the middle. It's near the monument. It's really fun.
That's new.
They said it's new.
Oof, so good.
Te quiero, friends say to each other. So I say te quiero to like his guy friends who are now my friends.
But she said when I'm fighting?
She said, what does it mean when a Dominican guy says te quiero? It just means like I love you like a friend. I care about you. It doesn't mean like I want you, which is a direct translation. I mean, it could.
I mean, if you
but no one really says it like that.
If you start dating someone or like going out with someone, I guess it's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you start like talking to someone, people normally say te quiero, like they don't jump to I love, like te amo, like right away, because te amo in Spanish.
It's very serious.
It's like kind of like more serious, because I say I love you to everyone, but like.
Yeah, I kind of like it though that there's like a difference. Like here, I'll say I love you to my friends, my parents, my cousins, him. But in Spanish, like you're not saying te amo to like your cousin or a girl that's just your friend. Like I say te amo to his parents because I am obsessed with them, and they say it back to me, especially his dad. But traditionally, you're only saying te amo to like someone you're in love with. So te quiero you say to all your friends. Someone said Dominican have a joking sense of humor, and it's a culture thing. I don't think he was joking though. Like if he's your guy friend, it wouldn't be weird to be like te quiero, like especially if you were like fighting.
Well, it depends on the situation.
I guess it depends on the situation.
We don't know the context.
I know, but yeah, Dominicans are very like humorous and funny. Te quiero sometimes means I am not interested in continuing with an argument. Does it? Is that true?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess like if you feel like
that wouldn't stop me.
Sarcastic, you say te quiero. Yo también te quiero. Yeah, that means like.
Yeah, that's sarcastic. I love when Chris speaks Spanish. It's so cute. Sarcasm. Guys, I won most sarcastic in high school, and I really hate that I can't be like as sarcastic in Spanish because it's harder when it's not your first language. But that's my language is sarcasm. Yeah, I want to do a video about Sankis with Chris. Because a lot of people private message me and they tell me about their relationships and they ask me if it's like good or not, and I wouldn't like use them as examples, but like I think it'd be cool to like do a video about like how to spot a Sanki. Yes or no?
I don't think that's that hard.
Casa Badere está en Los Pepines. I don't think we've been there.
Yeah,
if you're going to Jarabacoa...
Casa Badere, los quipes de Casa Badere son muy buenos.
Oh my god, quipe. I was just talking to someone about that. If you're going to Jarabacoa, go to Corazon de Jesus. No. I forget what it's called. It's like a rib place as you're going up. It's on the left. But also go to La Raita, which is an Italian place. And the guy, the owner, is from Milan. And he gets his pasta and all the ingredients from Italy. So if you're craving good Italian, like real Italian food, go there. Favorite Latino hits? I would say reggaeton, but not familiar with all the Spanish music genres. Bachata, for me. Romeo Santos. Prince Royce. I love all of that. What's your favorite?
My favorite.
Like, if you're gonna go for a Latino genre.
Yeah, I would say reggaeton. That's what I grew up with.
That's true. He likes that. Someone said, would you rather Las Terrenas or Cayo Levantado? Have I been there? Cayo Levantado.
No.
I don't think I've been there.
We went to Cayo Arena, not Cayo.
I went to Cayo Arena. It's so cool, but I love Las Terrenas. Does Chris like Dembow?
Dembow. I don't know. I can't say I like that, man.
What is that?
Dembow is like the Dominican genre.
Oh, with the
like the repetitive words.
Yeah.
No, man. I mostly listen to hip hop. Like
Chris doesn't like Dominican music. It sucks.
It sucks that I don't like Dominican music.
Yeah, because we're in the car. I'm on like 100.3. I'm singing all the Latino songs. I love them all. Ya no tiene excusas.
I mean,
and he's like turning it off.
I don't hate it though. I dance.
Good night.
I know how to dance bachata, merengue, and salsa. And like whenever I have to dance, I love to dance. But like dancing music is not like my thing. I feel like
he listens to music more than I do.
Yeah, but like I like, you know, I don't know.
He likes like lyrics. African reggaeton.
No, that's called Afrobeat.
Oh, sorry. Someone just said, oh, are there a lot of mission trips in the DR? There are a ton. Slipknot.
No, man. I don't like rock.
There are a ton of mission trips in the DR. Every part of the DR, there's probably a group going. I went every year. Ow, coño. See? That hurts so bad.
You don't have to be mean.
Sorry. On camera. So there's a ton of mission trips in the GR. That's how I started going to the GR. That's how I learned about it. I went every year, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, whatever. Jarabacoa, I went with a group called Students International. I worked in Matagorda, which is a tiny town in Jarabacoa, doing, working at a preschool. I loved it. I fell in love with the GR. It was amazing. But, I am not for short-term mission trips anymore. I wasn't I'm taking this off. I wasn't super educated at that time. My church was very missions-based, and I love missions, and I love helping people, and I love volunteering and being hands-on, but I don't think that short-term mission trips are the most helpful thing for a culture, for another country. I think there's a lot of things that we can do in the United States if we want to do things like that, but to go to another country, it's actually, I think, kind of more harmful than hurtful now. And I'm gonna be a little bit preachy for a second because I really didn't know this, and I thought it was great. I thought I was really helping people, but I wasn't, because I was going for 2 weeks. The kids didn't remember me. It was more an experience for me. We stayed on the campus a lot and did a lot of things with the other churches that were there, a lot of good worship and things, but you don't really get to see a great amount of the culture. If you don't speak Spanish, you're not really connecting with the people, and it's so short, you're leaving. So for example, if it costs $1,000 for a mission trip, right, for 2 weeks, I would suggest donating that money to an organization, a reputable organization in the Dominican Republic that provides needs for these people. If you're going to build a house, right, why would I build their house? I have no experience, right? So I'm not the best person to do that. Let's take the money, donate it to an organization who can responsibly give it to a local who is a contractor, who's a construction worker, who knows how to do that. Give him a job, build the house, save money, give the money to people who need it, and don't just like give me a vacation, right? Anyway, that's preachy. That's what I think. But if you do want to go on a mission trip, there's so many in the DR. Sorry.
I think we're almost done, right?
Yeah, we're almost done. You haven't been to the DR for 20 years? You need to. Natty, Natasha, or Carol G? You don't care. I don't know. I like Carol G recently, but I think Natty. Anuel or Bad Bunny? Anuel was on my Spotify top list for the year, and he was like so disappointed in me. I don't know how Romeo wasn't. That's really like my guy. He's coming here in concert. We're gonna go. Okay, we're almost done. Are there any like other last minute questions that you want to ask that since we're both here? Thanks for hanging out with us. I always love doing lives because
it's been an hour.
I know, because like you guys can comment, I can answer, and it just feels way more interactive than just me talking to myself. And I can answer your questions quickly. Yeah, if there's no more questions, I don't even think I got all the ones that you guys had requested originally. Thank you for being so nice, guys.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for watching us like talk. I don't know why like 16 whatever people are watching us talk, mostly me, but I really appreciate it. When are you guys coming to New York? Another trip that we're gonna take really soon. Yeah.
I want to.
Buenas noches. I'm leaving DR tomorrow. Sad.
Safe travels there.
Take pictures.
Yeah, take pictures. Have fun. God bless you.
Does Chris like living in the U.S.?
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a good country. Nice people around me, so I like it.
Yeah, it's good. But we totally miss the DR. I miss it so much. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I put up a new video tonight. It was just like a vlog of, we went to San Francisco a couple weeks ago, went to Big Sur, Alcatraz, the prison, so some of that tour is in there, and it was super cool to see that prison and see the Pacific Coast Highway, and Big Sur is so pretty. So that was fun, and it was just a quick vlog that I put up, one of my shorter videos. I'll put up another video this week. As usual, if you have any video requests, you can go on like the community page, I think it is, and just comment on any of the posts that I do, so I can like kind of keep it and not lose it and do a video on that. Or you can always like send me a DM. I know a lot of you do on Instagram. It's just Rebecca Mills with 3 S's. And yeah, we'd be happy to answer any more questions that you guys have. You guys are awesome. And like I said, I always appreciate talking to you guys and your support of my videos and us and our relationship and like being respectful and all of that. So yeah, it's 10 here, so it's like 12 on the East Coast. So we're probably gonna watch Vikings, maybe, and play Smash Bros. Cool. Stop talking to me for the rest of the night. Okay, cool. But yeah, thank you guys. Have a great night, and I will post another video this week. Hit subscribe. Love you all. Good night.
God bless you. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
Peace.